so excited. So we just got to Shanghai, and this is the site. Yeah, some craziness. All right, we're gonna grab a taxi, 2 taxis to get to our hotel, and yeah, let's get this going. So we're just grabbing some lunch right now, specifically for beef noodle soup. It's gonna be so good. Really good. It's got curry in it, but just regular beef. Really awesome beef. And there's like a little bit of ingredient that makes your tongue yum, which is interesting. But yeah, it's almost like a licorice, but yeah, super good. So just walking around, mom and dad are still eating. I decided to poke around and find some places to look at. So one thing about street photography here is that everyone looks at me because I'm so tall. And so, yeah, it's kind of hard to be inconspicuous here. But we'll figure it out. So, some crazy stores in here. LV, Fendi, Rolex, Tag. It's morning in Shanghai. 9 a.m. We're walking, just got ready, walking to get some breakfast at the same kind of mall. Seemed like there's a lot of stuff along the way, so we're gonna go do that. And then potentially do a tour after that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so we're at McDonald's here for McDonald's breakfast. We have sausage McMuffin, ham McMuffin, sausage and egg McMuffin, hash browns, and a Chinese churro, which is going to be interesting. We'll see what that is. And instead of coffee, we're going to have a little bit of soybean milk. Yeah, soybean milk. Soy milk. So we're currently at the Bund sightseeing tunnel. So it is essentially just a tunnel to go across the river. I have no idea what that was. So we're on this side of the water now. And as Friendly Giant would say, look up, way up. We have the Bund, I think. Is this the Bund? Is this the Bund? Or is this whole tree the Bund? Oh, sorry. So, that's just the observatory, I think. And then we got I think 2015 is when they say that building in the middle is going to be completed. It's going to be the tallest building in Shanghai. These buildings are all ridiculously tall. It's really hard to get the scale of these buildings, but Chinese people don't like to do anything small. So yeah, these are essentially giant phallic symbols of Chinese prosperity. So yeah. So I've got quite the view here of Shanghai. It's extremely hazy.
是不是第一次来地球有点紧张啦？怎么都叫醒我呢？还坐下啦，来跟思涵和大家打个招呼吧。我都被我见过外线了哟。哦，怎么看不见了
Yeah, there's no way I'm doing this. Mom's trying to be brave. All right, back at the hotel. It's about 9:30-ish. Yeah, so it was probably one of the best things I've done on this trip so far. It's just interesting to see kind of where China has come in the last little bit. Um, yeah, a lot of it's almost like watching the industrialization of a country. Because I remember coming back in 1993, it was not like this at all. Very, it was still very kind of traditional, and as far as development is concerned, it was quite dirty. And I mean, now I feel as though I'm fairly safe around the city, and yeah, obviously there are places that you should be careful of, and I mean, I had quite the tourist look today, and so far on this trip, and it seemed to be okay. I mean, another thing to note is that this is the birthplace of my grandfather, and there's always an element of retrospect when you come to the origin of your ancestors. And I didn't know my grandfather for very long. I had him for only 5 years of my life, and yet he is a very profound influence on my life as far as what he went through, going through the war against the communists. He wasn't able to come back to Shanghai, and he apparently really missed his mom, and that led him to be a very heavy smoker and an alcoholic. From my perspective, from what I remember as a child, I saw him fortunately twice. One time when I was 3, and one time when I was 5, and all my memories of him are of happy memories. And he was a very brave man, and he sacrificed a lot for his family. And because he fought as a nationalist Chinese. They were obviously defeated by the communists, and so he was actually exiled to Taiwan, and that's where my mom was raised. This is the first time I'd been to Shanghai in my life, and there is always that element of retrospect and pride when you're able to come to the origins of, you know, a loved one, as my grandfather. And so yeah, it's been a very fulfilling day, as far as being able to see where the Chinese people are headed in the future. And so it's a moment of pride, of Chinese pride for myself. I know I'm quite I'll be first to admit that I'm quite the banana, but yeah, it's really interesting to be able to do that, and to be able to speak the language. You know, it's it's really something that I am happy that I'm able to do, is to, you know, in broken Chinese, be able to talk and coerce a little bit with the local people. I had a gift made for a friend, and we chatted and talked, and he actually was quite impressed by my level of Chinese, despite the fact that I was born and raised in Canada. So that's always good, when a local Chinese can compliment me on something like that. So yeah, it's been great to be able to do a day like this. Is the first day in Shanghai, second day I guess, but first day of full tourism, touristy things. And so we have a few more days. I think we have 3 days. Today is the 6th, so actually we have 4 more days in Shanghai. So I'm really excited. I told my parents that I really want to check out places that are a little bit more traditional, maybe a temple of sorts, because I think we kind of hit a peak as far as industrialization of the city of Shanghai. So I kind of want to hit up some old stuff, maybe a temple, maybe, you know, something that's a little bit more laid back. That's pretty much the wrap up for this day, and hope you enjoyed what I've shared.